At this point, Nikola Jokic isn't just dominating the NBA, he's rewriting history while making it look effortless. Fresh off a mind-blowing 31-point, 21-rebound, 22-assist masterpiece against Phoenix, the first 30-20-20 stat line in NBA history.
Jokic, caught in the air, finds Porter for three!
Jokic is proving once again that he's on a different level. In the month of February alone, Jokic had 7 triple-doubles in 12 games, a historic month with 70% true shooting, and now he's right back at the top of the MVP race after the league tried to push him out. How does a guy built like your local plumber move like this, pass like this, and control the game without even breaking a sweat? Nikola Jokic is playing at a level that just doesn't make sense. Again, another MVP caliber season, another year leading the Nuggets as one of the top teams of the West, and another masterclass in making elite NBA defenders look like weekend hoopers at the YMCA. And yet, somehow, the criticism still lingers. The same tired claims about stat padding. And here's the thing. This isn't new. This criticism has followed him his entire career. Since day one, people have doubted him. Too slow, not athletic enough, a second-round pick who was supposed to be a solid role player, not the best player in the league. And even now, after multiple MVPs and a championship, some still act like his numbers aren't real. But let's get one thing straight. Stat padding is what guys do when they chase empty numbers. Jokic is doing the opposite. Since 2021, he's been the engine of a Nuggets squad that's consistently near the top of the conference. And in 2023, he led them to an NBA title while making it look effortless. That's not padding stats. That's dominating the game at an all-time level. And the fact that this is even up for debate, well, that says more about how people view basketball than it does about Jokic.
Murray moving left, fires to Jokic in the lane, kick out Brown, open three, hit it! Christian Brown with the second.
Because let's be real, Jokic doesn't look like he should be doing any of this. He's not built like Giannis. He doesn't have the bounce of a young LeBron. If you put him in a lineup with Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid at an open gym, he's probably the last guy you pick. And yet, he's running circles around all of them. Jokic breaks every rule we think we know about greatness. The best players are supposed to be the most athletic, the most physically imposing, but he's proof that there are different ways to kill a defense. He doesn't need a 40-inch vertical or freakish speed. He'll just lull you into a false sense of security before dropping a one-legged fadeaway in your face or firing a no-look dime from the post that nobody saw coming. He's not just great, he's a basketball paradox, a mix of Larry Bird's IQ, Magic Johnson's passing, Hakeem's footwork, pre-injury Arvydas Sabonis's vision, and somehow even shades of LeBron's ability to control every aspect of the game. And he does it all with a smirk, or a shrug, or by cussing out a ref in Serbian. Nikola Jokic is a scoring machine, but not in the way you'd expect. He'll drain mid-range jumpers and knock down threes with that ridiculous high-arcing shot, but calling them jumpers doesn't feel right. His feet barely leave the ground. That's where the Larry Bird influence comes in. But in the post, that's where the real magic happens. His footwork is straight out of the Hakeem Olajuwon playbook. Fakes, spins, up and unders, all designed to keep defenders guessing. Too much space. That one-legged fadeaway is automatic. Play him too close, he'll slip by like he's moving in slow motion, except no one can stop it.
In the game in shot clocks, as Jokic gets past Plumlee, beautiful lefty scoop off glass.
And when it comes to rebounding, maybe he gets 2 inches off the floor, maybe. But he doesn't need the bounce when he has positioning, strength, and an elite feel for where the ball will land. But the part no one else can replicate? The passing. The NBA has seen great playmaking bigs before, Arvydas Sabonis and Bill Walton, but Jokic is something different. His vision, touch, and creativity are in a category of their own. No-look dimes, full-court outlets, cross-court lasers that land perfectly in a shooter's pocket. He's reading the floor like a grandmaster, seeing plays develop before defenses even react, except Jokic does it at 7 feet tall, moving like he just woke up from a nap. And yet, people still don't get it. Maybe it's because he doesn't look the part. He's not an athletic monster like Giannis or a towering force like Embiid. He looks more like a guy you'd see at a local gym than one of the greatest players alive. And yet, here he is, dominating the best competition in the world. The media might be tired of it, but the numbers don't lie. Jokic is casually strolling through another MVP-level season, putting up all-time great numbers while leading the Nuggets to one of the top seeds in the West again. At this point, the best player in the NBA conversation isn't even a conversation. Whether you accept it or not, he's already put that debate to rest. In February 2025, Nikola Jokic took his campaign to an entirely new level, delivering one of the greatest months of his career or of any NBA player, period.
Cheated way in.
Jokic gonna throw it up from
He averaged 27.3 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 11.6 assists per game, putting up jaw-dropping numbers. But what makes this even more unreal is his efficiency. Jokic posted a 70.3% true shooting percentage for the month, a stat that factors in field goals, three-pointers, and free throws to measure overall shooting efficiency. Here's the part that defies logic. No player in NBA history has ever averaged a triple-double with a 70% true shooting for an entire month, except Jokic. And now, he's done it 3 times. It's one thing to be efficient, it's another to completely dominate while doing it. Jokic isn't just putting up empty stats, he's controlling every aspect of the game, night after night. In February alone, he recorded 7 triple-doubles in 12 games, coming within a rebound or assist of even more. So at this point, it's not just about the numbers, it's about how unstoppable he's become. Whether through scoring, rebounding, or orchestrating the offense, he dictates the game like few players in history ever have. And with this level of dominance, another MVP trophy isn't just possible, it might be inevitable. And speaking of the MVP award, Jokic is back on top of the ladder, right where he should have been from the start of the season. That's not to take anything away from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has been playing at an insane level.
Wide open door with a deflection. It leads.
But Jokic is operating at a historic level, one we've rarely seen before in NBA history. So after the February he had, it's no surprise he reclaimed the #1 spot. But it's not just about one ridiculous month, it's about how he's played all season. Early on, with his teammates struggling, Jokic was forced to take on more of the scoring load. Now, with the Nuggets rounding into form, he's taken over in every way possible, through his passing and rebounding. Since the All-Star break, Jokic has averaged 15 rebounds and 12.5 assists per game. He dropped a then career-high 19 assists against the Pacers and has now followed it up with 22 assists against the Suns, which is also the highest in NBA history by a center, passing Wilt's previous record of 21. Jokic is still on pace for the highest PER in NBA history while averaging a triple-double. He ranks 3rd in scoring, 3rd in rebounding, 2nd in assists, and tied for 3rd in steals. Winning MVP with just one of those categories is hard enough. Jokic is top 3 in 4 of them. Statistically, this might be his best season ever, even better than his 3 MVP years. Jokic has been the best player in the world for about 5 years now, and this is his peak. With all due respect to Shai, who has led the Thunder to the best record in the West, matching Jokic's impact will take something we've never seen before. This is shaping up to be the best MVP race since Westbrook versus Harden in 2017. But unlike Russ, who won as a 6th seed with 47 wins, Jokic is leading a top 4 seed with the Nuggets currently on a 52-win pace. And with a strong finish, they could hit 55 wins. With roughly 5 weeks left in the regular season, Jokic looks bound for his 4th MVP because no one else in the league is playing at this level.
Greatest of all time. Jokic in transition to Brown with the stop and the exclamation point.
At the end of the day, Jokic is a 3-time MVP, a 6-time All-NBA team member, a 7-time All-Star, and a Finals MVP. We're witnessing the peak of a player who could very well end up as a top 10 player of all time. But the conundrum is, he's not supposed to be this good. He doesn't look the part. He doesn't carry the usual superstar aura, and he plays like he's just clocking into a 9-to-5 shift at the factory. Yet every year, people assume he's maxed out, that he can't possibly get better. And every year, Nikola Jokic proves them wrong. He keeps leveling up. He keeps leading the Denver Nuggets to wins, to success, and to exceeding expectations. And with the way Jokic has been playing this season, you'd think he's a virtual lock for his 4th MVP. His play has been head and shoulders above his contemporaries, and he's among the league leaders in almost every statistical category, both advanced and traditional. Yet despite his dominance, securing that 4th MVP in 5 years isn't guaranteed. Narratives and agendas always creep into the discussion. just like they did 2 seasons ago. At a certain point, voters gravitate towards something fresh. We've seen it happen with Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and even Jokic himself when he lost out to Joel Embiid. Once you've won the award multiple times, the bar isn't just raised, it's sky high. Fair or not, Jokic isn't just competing against the league's best players. He's competing against his own past greatness. It shouldn't be that way. If he's the best player, he should win. But history tells us that's not always how it works. To secure another MVP, Jokic will have to leave, no doubt. Luckily for him, if there's any player capable of elevating from great to even greater, it's Nikola Jokic. Let me know if you agree that Jokic should be a lock for the MVP award in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA breakdowns.